So, since we use the steps to get the answer to this equation, first we need fraction bus. So the fraction will become regular numbers and the equation would be easier to solve, so it doesn't have any fractions. So 10 times 1/2 is 5, and then r plus 3 would then equal 2, and 7 plus 2r. Next, we apply distributive property. So check mark, and then so 5 times r would equal 5r plus 5 times 3 equals 15 equals 2 times 7 equals 14 plus 2 times 2r is 4r. Then next, we will subtract 4r, or subtract the 4r variable so that only one side has a variable, so we'll subtract 4r from this side. And then to balance it out, we need to subtract 4r from the other side. So 4r would cancel out 4r. And then so 5r take away 4r is 1r. And plus 15 equals 14. Then next we will isolate the variable term by subtracting or adding the constant. Then so we would take away 15 from both sides. So our answer would be -1. So r equals -1. Okay, then, hi class, since we have decimals, we have to multiply them by 100, so they could become regular numbers. Multiply this, and this, and that would equal 20, and 24 in parentheses, plus 5x equals 10, and 5 plus x in parentheses. Then the next step is we apply distributive property on step 1, so and we get 480 plus 5x equals 10 times 5 equals 50, 10 times x equals 10x. Then now we skip step 2 because there's nothing we can do about that, so we go to step 3. And then so what we have to do is subtract the variable from two sides. We would subtract 10x. Okay, wait, 10x equals z, cancel each other out. Give me negative 5x, 480. And the reason the plus sign turned to negative sign is because whenever you're adding a negative, it's really subtracting. It equals 50. And then so now we take away the constant, like I said on step 4. 480. 0. And this would be negative 430. That would equal 5x. Then you divide it by negative 5 to both sides. These cancel each other out. So x would equal negative 430 out of negative 5, or 56. I know it is an answer that you're trying to get by doing a math equation. Okay, relationships can be expressed algebraically. So relationships are basically sentences that have except they're with numbers. Equations can be solved by doing the right step to find the answer. Simplification helps us to find an unknown because sometimes you need to simplify equations to solve it. Yes, it is possible to oversimplify because sometimes an equation uses a certain fraction or the equation can only be simplified once, and if you simplify it more, you'll get a different answer. Yes, you can say one method better than another because for some people only a specific method worked for them that is easier than the rest.